Hello, I want to thank you for joining me for this ClickFunnels 2.0 review. My name is Matt Thill. I am with MatthewThill.com working on building out my project there. And I chose to use ClickFunnels 2.0 for my project. And I want to share with you guys exactly why that is. So let's jump into it here. So, like I said, I'm with MatthewThill.com. I'm going to be jumping in, showing you my website, going to ClickFunnels, the ins and outs of it, kind of how the program has been working and how it's been working for me. As far as that goes, I'm not super familiar with building out funnels, which is one of the primary reasons why I've gone with ClickFunnels, because hands down they have the best education in the industry. Leading into it, I have done my studying. I've checked out the competitors. I've done other research items, which I'm sure is why you guys are all here looking at this video today, and came to the conclusion that ClickFunnels was the way to go. They've been in the industry the longest, and they have the most training material that I've been able to find, not just in building funnels, but in the business of online marketing, taking products to market, building products. Even if you don't have a product to deliver, they've got training on all of that. So it's one of the primary reasons why I've looked into ClickFunnels. I am going to start here with a little bit about myself, so you guys know a little bit more about me and why you should potentially listen to what I have to say. About 19 years old, I'm 30 now. I really pretty much started my learning journey full force. I had left college at that time for the first time before I had returned later, and got into the electrical union. So kind of started my learning there. I had other jobs prior to that, but more or less learning union. I'm going to look to keep this quick for you guys so you don't get bored out of your mind, because I'm sure you're busy. But yeah, so went from there, got a job offer doing fuel monitoring technologies for the railroads. Started to work with programmers, get into kind of project management, working back and forth with management at the railroads for both Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern, providing remote support, looking at data analysis, all sorts of good stuff. Kind of felt dead end there, and the program, the development that I had wanted wasn't fully there. At about 19, I had been picking on mentorship, starting to learn from millionaires, and I was experiencing rapid growth, and I just kind of felt bottlenecked where I was at. So I left there, started studying a lot, got into more internet marketing, started to learn drop shipping methods, affiliate marketing, started to learn Forex, foreign exchange, started to look at technical analysis, getting more deep into how the financial systems worked. And, from there I continued to grow, continued to develop. Eventually, got into real estate, got into sales. 2 weeks before my 21st birthday, I had experienced a traumatic loss where I had watched one of my friends accidentally pass away. So that's caused a great deal of turmoil in my development. It took me a long time to get over that, and I had been working up, slowly getting better. Got into real estate, had sold 8 houses, helped sell or purchase 8 homes my first year, which is pretty huge. And then at that point, I lost my younger brother, which completely ruined me. I had to rebuild myself, decided to go to flight school, took out a really large loan, made it within 11 months to a multi-engine instructor, which was absolutely huge. But from there, it was pretty impossible to find a job, because at that time it was COVID period. It was pretty hard to find a job, especially when I couldn't really move due to financial restraints of having taken the loan. My program was supposed to have a flow through to the airlines with tuition reimbursement, all this stuff that kind of got halted with COVID when the airlines stopped hiring. I had started applying out of state, and at one point I got a response for a listing that hadn't even been up that long that said thank you for applying. We've received over 700 applications, and at this time the job's been filled. So, learned a lot there, started to learn education, and that's primarily one of the aspects that I'm teaching in my courses that I'm going to be working on building. Still in the process of that, and I'm working with professional coaches and getting that developed. But yeah, so long story short, went to flight school. It was super fun. But yeah, market kind of shot myself in the foot, and it's been a difficult journey, difficult road. I've continued in sales since then, and ultimately my life to this point has been like pushing a rock up a hill. It's the old Greek adage. I believe it's what's his name? It's Sisyphon. Greek character. He was a king, cheated death twice, and Hades had put a curse on him to eternally roll a rock up a mountain, and every time it would get towards the top, it would roll down, because he had cheated death twice, apparently. But that's kind of what my life has been like up until now. I had learned about ClickFunnels about 6 or 7 years ago. At the time, it wasn't what it is now. 2.0 wasn't released. At the time, it was a little more difficult. I was younger, obviously, didn't quite have as much information under my belt, and didn't quite have the sales expertise, the training, the stuff that I have today. And ClickFunnels wasn't quite what it was either. They didn't have as much training. My finances weren't as great, so I couldn't really afford the training. And I've come to now see that a lot of that was just an illusion. I probably could have gotten in a lot sooner, and really wish I had. This time around, I had purchased Russell's books probably 8 years ago, and I didn't even touch them. So kind of upset about that. But yeah, long story short, up until now, it's been like rolling a rock uphill. This time around, it was kind of like the light bulb clicked, and I found pretty much exactly what I was looking for. ClickFunnels has developed so much. They've upgraded their technology, their training. It's par none, hands down one of the best options out there. Full disclosure, at this time I have accepted an affiliate, and there will be a promotion at the end here. As you can see, it's going to include a 30-day free trial, which is pretty huge. If you go to the website, which I will be showing you, this is actually my website here. This took all of about 5 hours to build, right? And it's a work in progress. It's coming along, and I'm going to be working to develop it. I'm going to be including my products. Currently, everything's coming soon. You can feel free to check it out and get on the wait list for when those things are going to be released. I'm looking at either Q4 of 2023 or Q1 of 2024, ideally. And you can check it out there. So what was I going to show you here? That's the workspaces. So getting a little in the weeds, we will go ahead and bring that back. Oh yeah, so spoiler on the spoiler. So the 30-day free trial, right? So this is what I went through to ultimately get into ClickFunnels currently. And spoiler, the offer that I'm going to include, I'm going to show you how you can turn that 30-day free trial into potentially a 12-month free trial. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to be showing you that at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around and get that there. So yeah, back to the presentation. It was kind of like, the lights went on. The training, everything was synchronistic with what I was going through and how I was developing. And, quite frankly, for anybody who is looking to start a business, get into online work, they should really be looking at ClickFunnels as a serious option. Basically, I've looked at the competition, and everybody who is promoting something else, doing something different, basically came from ClickFunnels. They got their information from ClickFunnels. They learned from ClickFunnels. So why would you want to go anywhere else than the source, right? And that's just my thoughts about it. Feel free to make your own decisions. But yeah, I wouldn't promote anything that I'm not personally using myself. So keep that in mind. And yeah, so that's basically how I came across ClickFunnels. And at the end of the day, you're not going to jump into a car and start driving without your license, right? Everybody's gone to school, much like when I went to flight school. Like, I couldn't jump in a plane and just start flying without first learning how to do so, right? So it's kind of par for the course that you're not just going to jump into funnel building, learning funnels. I mean, you very well could. It's really intuitive product, and I'm going to show you how it works here and how easy it is to use. But without knowing how to intermix the components, what each piece is for, when to use certain aspects, how to drive traffic, how to analyze traffic, make sure you're profitable. All of these things are really important to understand, and the training at ClickFunnels is hands down top of the line. It's going to be the differentiating factor more than likely to your success. So for me, that's why I picked ClickFunnels. And it's pretty amazing product. So definitely check it out. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a workout for your brain. ClickFunnels delivers the product, not just the product, but they have the frameworks, they have the business models, they have the success stories. Last time I had checked, they had over 2,000 people in the 2 Comma Club doing 7 figures. Tons of other people doing 6 figures, or a lot of people are finding success in this industry, and the majority of that success is because of ClickFunnels. So take it with a grain of salt, but I'm following success. Success leaves trails, success leaves clues, and at the end of the day, for me, ClickFunnels was the clear option. So from there, here's some reviews you can see. 3 of those websites have 4.6 star reviews. And little camera glitch there, but we're just gonna roll with it. That's all right. Little green screen action error. Just fix that, no worries. And so as you can see in the reviews here, 4.6 stars on 3 different sites. One has 381 reviews, another 2,037 reviews, and another 625 votes. Dream Grow says, is it worth it? Yes. ClickFunnels is a complete marketing tool that lets you market and sell your products almost automatically. So, there you have it. You don't want to take my word for it. There's over 3,000 additional reviews. So, yeah, it's a great product. My experience with it has been positive. I am just getting started, so I invite you to join me in this growing journey, and we'll figure it out and go as we go, right? It takes a little resilience. That is a slide that I had forgotten. We'll look to include that, because I don't know if I'm gonna really produce this. If I do, I'll cut this part out, but if I don't, I can do a second or third or fourth take. And all right, so decided to go back, build out the slide, finish the first recording, obviously, and build this in. And I'm just gonna cut it in because you guys are all right. You'll take me for who I am. So that being said, on the basis of resilience, I wanted to teach you a little bit about the 3 Ps here. I originally had learned this from a management professor at Purdue University Global. His was a little more raw. I added in some definitions and things that I discovered upon myself, and added a 4th P there as well. So yeah, figured I'd share this with you guys. It's been helpful for me as far as developing a framework and a mindset for achieving resilience and to continue forward in my pursuit. And being that I'm big on definitions and wordplay. Got a little bit of that in here as well. So 3 P's, it is a philosophy to living a productive and successful life, and I've found this to be ultimately true. The first P is for purpose. Definition of that is an intended or desired result, end aim, determination, resoluteness. And then the second P there is passion, and you kind of see that all of these are interwoven and interconnected. But the second P there is passion, a strong or extravagant fondness, enthusiasm, or desire to persist. So being that it's to persist, it moves into the third P there of persistence, which the definition for that is to continue steadfastly and firmly in your purpose, which brings you back to the first P, and it loops into play, right? So now on that, you have the silent P, which is quite possibly the most important piece, which is patience. The adage is that patience is a virtue. Learned that from my mother, bless her. But, that's the hardest part, right? People hate to be patient. Tony Robbins says people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade, right? So that being said, with the patience, it's the ability to suppress restlessness or annoyance when faced with delay, right? So I loop that back into the purpose, which is the end aim, the determination, the resoluteness. So as we persist, as we continue to go through this loop of the 3 Ps, we're going to want to make sure that we're patient, that we give ourselves the virtue that we need to continue forward in a virtuous way, right? If we start to lose our patience, we become ugly, right? We do things that we wouldn't normally do. We start to give into stress, we give into fear, we give into all of these no's, or I can't do this, all the negative voices in the head. We give into the enemy that's always present, that wants to undermine us, that wants to take away our success and our growth and our development. So we need to look back. We need to be able to see how far we've come. We need to be able to give ourselves credit where it's due, and to give ourselves that space that's going to allow us to continue to birth new growth, right? So yeah, wanted to share that. Hope that helps you guys. And now we will continue on with the original cut. So yeah, I was going to include an additional piece, but that's all right. So as we, look to develop reviews, they're huge. Yeah, so we're going to continue on. Like I had said previously, when I was doing the internet thing, like, this is how I felt, right? I didn't have the knowledge. It wasn't all in place. The enterprise system wasn't there to easily help in the development. And, it's easy to get down on yourself, get down on your person. We all have this enemy in our head often that will tell us that we can't do this, that we're not good enough. And ultimately, that's not the truth. Nice thing about Russell's training as well is that he doesn't just teach you himself. He brings in additional speakers, additional professionals that are successful with this. They teach you the mindset behind what made them successful, what it takes to become successful, and it really rubs off on you. It's not just Russell, it's a whole team of dedicated and motivated people that want to help others and benefit the world. It's really kind of cool. So with all that said, we're going to go ahead and do a little dive into the actual product. So like I said, that's my website. Kind of built it out in about 4 or 5 hours. Work in progress. Still need to get all the links and everything working together, but we'll get there. Need to build out some funnels as well. So this is the back end of it, right? So once you log in, this is kind of what you'll see. You have your dashboard that kind of has all the fun info you can play around with, and once you get into it, you can kind of see what is what and what's going on. And follow the link down in the description. You'll have the at least 30-day free trial. going to tell you a little bit more about that here as well. And again, how you can potentially turn that into a 12-month free trial. So that being said, as you can see, I haven't done any sales or anything of that nature. Do have a few leads from a Facebook group that I had been sharing some progress with. You can kind of see here, if you come into the site, it has a powerful development tool. This is where you'd customize, build out themes. They have all sorts of themes that you can work with and pick up on. You can install your own themes. But they have a few pre-built out for you, and it's really plug and play, click and drop as far as changing things out, getting up and running. And I am going to kind of show you how to get through building out a funnel. And it'll be pretty much my first time. I did a few training videos on it, so you get to go ahead and learn with me here. But yeah, here is the blog. You can make blog posts and add that onto your site. Customer Center kind of lets you build out, you can add in your courses, downloadable assets, things of that nature. It's ultimately where your customers will get sent after they purchase. And then you have funnels, pages, your redirects, and courses. So the courses is kind of where you can build out a membership site. And pages is ultimately tied to your site. And then your redirects are pretty similar to that. And as far as it goes, as you can see here, if you need training on anything, you can go ahead and click Learn More. Then it has options that you can click on. You can click on other things that you might want to learn as well. So funnel section overview, click on that. It comes with a little pop-up here. Then it has short training video you can watch. And these are some of the videos that I had mentioned that I had watched as far as learning how to do the funnels. We're going to go ahead and pause that and close that out, and we'll see if I can actually build out a funnel. This is a test one I had started. We're going to go ahead and you can create a funnel from scratch, or you can click on the recipes. So within the training and within the books, you kind of begin to learn what the different types of funnels are. So in this case, let's say we're going to build out our first, we'll do a squeeze page funnel, right? So you just click choose. So that is the template for the squeeze page funnel. And then you have the opt-in and the squeeze page and the thank you. So the opt-in is squeeze page and then the thank you, obviously, right? So it's really pretty simple. You can click on opt-in. I think I might have to create the funnel first. So you go ahead and name the funnel. We're going to name this test 1 and create the funnel. So I have found that you kind of have to come back to the funnels page to have it load in there. And so once you click into it, you can then make edits to it. So I think eventually you can add additional pieces in there. Yeah, so if you just click that plus, you can add additional pages, additional pages if you'd like. You can move them as well. I believe you just click there and drag it up if you want to change the order, which is pretty cool. So if you want to change your opt-in, click on the opt-in, and then they have templates, which is pretty awesome. So they've got all sorts of options, kind of like this one. This looks cool. Let's go ahead and choose that. Then you would name it. They have an opt-in test 1. You can add a little description. And as you can see, it will create a custom URL for you. Tell you that it's usable, and it's built from the name. You can change that yourself to whatever you want it to be. But yeah, then you can link it to your URL as well. Looks like we got another little screen issue there. Gotta love the camera. Kind of is on a swivel and has a mind of its own, but I'm not really too worried about it. Anyways, you know, you're here for the review. You're not here for me looking good, right? So yeah, so then everything's in place there. You go ahead and hit create page. I've noticed that I am kind of sitting in front of that, but bear with me here. So then once it's created, you just come in and you can hit edit, and it will bring you to the editor. So I don't really need to show you the editor on my website anymore because we can do it right here. So on their pages, everything is really pretty awesome. They've got everything built out into sections. Go ahead and zoom this out a little bit. I'm on my TV, so it's kind of a big screen, pretty zoomed in. So as you can see, they've got sections. So sections are outlined in green. And those are the larger building blocks that make up the full sections of the page. And then from there, you have your rows, which make up the length and the variance of the page. And then you have the headline that are within the rows. And they've got additional training on this, so I wouldn't sweat learning from me too much. And as you can see down at the bottom, if you want to add stuff, you just hit add section. And then I'm going to do, you have a few options there. I'm going to do a full page. And then you get to choose the columns that you like. So that's the columns, rows. I'm going to do, for this one, let's do 2 columns. And then you get to choose the elements. So let's add an image. Let's actually scroll down so you can see what we're doing. All right, so this one's got an image. We can add an element here. And for that one, we can do a, what should we do? Let's do a bullet list, or yeah, let's do a bullet list. Boom. That's pretty awesome, right? So as far as swapping out an image, it's really simple. You come into the settings, and there's upload image URL. You just click on that, and it will take you to, looks like I already have some uploaded. But you can upload images directly from your computer, or you can drag and drop them into here, and they'll load up. And from there, you really can just select something. So I don't know, I think this is pretty cool. Throw that in there. Boom, just like that. It's instantaneous, right? And you can change things with that as well. So you can add padding to it, move it up and down, left and right. You can throw in borders, shadows, mess with all sorts of things. Biggest way to learn is by actually doing something. So you know, by all means, get into the program. You know, take the 30-day trial that's in the offer below. You know, it's one of the best offers you can get on the actual site. You'll only find a 14-day free trial. So the 30-day trial is definitely worth getting your hands on. And I will show you about that in just a second as well. So let's see if we're missing anything here. Yeah, so as you can see, you know, previously I had worried about what others, you know, thought, what others cared about, whether or not they thought that I could perform. You know, I cared a lot about what others thought, but ultimately I found that that wasn't helpful to my growth. It wasn't helpful to my development. And the more I do, the more I put out there, the more people see me, the more they'll relate with my uniqueness, with my imperfections. So, you know, if you're worried about what other people think as far as getting started, taking on something new, looking to take an actionable step that can actually benefit you, your family, and future generations, you know, put those worries aside, because that isn't worth worrying about. You know, at ClickFunnels, they've got groups, they've got people that are there to help support you. You know, it's a very vibrant and active community of like-minded individuals. And, you know, at the end of the day, you become like the people that you spend the most time with. So It's a great environment. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be promoting it. And they have a lot of support to help you. So yeah, like you can see in the desktop, if you do need support, they've always got the option. I believe this is the button down here. ClickFunnels. Nope. So it's on the home page actually. So let's save the changes. Always make sure to save the changes when you're making changes to stuff. Then we want to come back to the home page. We're in funnel development. We're going to go back, and at the home page, there's this question mark button. So at any point, it is AI, but they do have active personnel there for support as well, should you not get the answer through the AI. So be sure to utilize that. And that's another great thing is they provide a ton of support. So, you can always go and try to learn from somebody else, but why would you want to learn from somebody else than the best? Russell and Todd thoroughly understand. Todd is Russell's business partner who develops the main product and runs the development team. But that being said, they understand that the business that is able to spend the most to acquire a customer is going to win. And they make sure that you're profitable. Obviously, they don't do anything that isn't profitable, because then you're not going to be able to outspend the competition. And so they care a lot, and they care about supporting people, about helping people, and about making a difference in this world. They aren't going to change anytime soon. That's the business model that's made them what they are today. That's the business model that's going to continue to make them flourish and grow. And at the end of the day, it's why they're number one and why they'll continue to be number one for a long time. I could go into talking about the competition and stuff like that, but ultimately it's not really worth it. I've seen some things, and there's flashy pieces here and there, but at the end of the day, what I've found is that most of the people that are promoting that, it's just money motivation, and it's not really a care about the end user, the individual. So that being said, that's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. So basically, at the link down below, you can get your 30-day free trial. That link is going to be taking you right here. And so I did take the liberty to already enter my information and kind of show you what it is. So the opportunity is your first funnel challenge. And don't mind my eyes, I have a second screen, so just looking up there. But you can check it out. For just 90 minutes a day. So it's a 5-day challenge. When I had went through it, there was a 6th free day. And actually, in going through it, the offers and stuff that you get in this funnel are better than the one I went through. So I was a little upset about that, but it's all right. We're getting through it, and I've got more training than I could probably get through anytime soon. But I actually did get a year free, so it's pretty amazing. I have a year free to completely learn everything I can about it, to get that experience to continue to develop and grow. And it was a great offer. So anyways, 30 days of free. I'm gonna zoom this out again just so you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on. And so I'll have guest speakers there. Damon John is on day 5, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he brings in all sorts of speakers to train you for free. A lot of these people get paid tens of thousands of dollars to speak at events, and you get to learn for free. So if you are worried about time, I wouldn't worry about that. They do send replays and things like that to your email. So if you can't make it during the actual live showing, you can make it to the replays. I would make sure that you make it there the day of. At the end of the day, it's only your future, right? So I would, make the effort to watch everything and to go through it, because it's super powerful. It was eye-opening for me. They go through all sorts of stuff. So, as you can see here, day one, you focus on funnel hacking. And day two, you focus on your first funnel. So actually, as part of the homework for this stuff, it's really kind of simple, but well, because they make it simple, they teach it so thoroughly and so easily that they make advanced stuff really easy to use. And so, yeah, they teach you how to find what's successful, how to implement it for yourself, how to develop that into what you're doing. And then you actually start to work and build out your site, build out your first funnel. And again, if you don't have a product, don't worry about that. They cover that as well. Focus on your hook, story, and offer. Talk about advertisements, what it takes to hook somebody in and to get them to actually act upon what it is that you're providing. And then you can start to make irresistible ads that talk about actually filming stuff, getting into your creative side and what that process looks like. If you don't think you're creative, they can bring it out of you, trust me. I'm not really that creative, as you can see, and it's quite thought-provoking, to say the least. So then, they drive you into actually taking action. They bring in additional guest speakers that aren't even mentioned on the bonus days. That it's really fun. It's a good time. You guys should really check it out. At the end of the day, it's free, so no risk to you. And yeah, they got additional free bonuses here, virtual events with additional speakers. Again, these people are top of the top, right? So yeah, even if you don't have a product, number two, like I said, so they'll teach you how to potentially sell other people's products. And then you can get into actually building out funnels, implementation. They teach both physical products and non-physical products. It's really the top tier as far as internet training and how to make money online. So yeah, it's 100% free. You can definitely check out the link in the description below. And after you go through on that page, you will be brought to a secondary page. Make sure to watch that video. It's really important. You can upgrade to VIP for free, which gives you all sorts of access to additional things. And yeah, so you can go through that at your own pace, kind of scroll down here. Make sure to take your time getting through this stuff, but you get access to all sorts of stuff. So this is kind of interesting because I didn't have access to everything that was in here, like I had said. So yeah, you guys are definitely getting a good offer if you do decide to go through and take this. It's completely up to you, but I'd recommend it. It is what I did, which is why I'm recommending it to others as well. But as you can see, if you come down here, you do have options to accept some additional deals. This one here, you can get a t-shirt, 30 days book, and the cookbook. I do have those. I did take advantage of that offer. So as you guys can see here, got my 30 days book, which basically has multiple 2 Comma Club winners that go through and tell what they would do if they lost everything and they had 30 days to start becoming profitable. That is hugely valuable. And the insights that I've been gaining in this book are hands down worth the cost of everything that's included there. And then the cookbook actually kind of goes through and actually shows you how to build out successful funnels, and it gives you the rules play by play as far as what actually works for people that have reached the 2 Comma Club and beyond. So that is stuff that has been developed over 20-30 lifespan of the internet. So it's top of the line as far as what's available right now, with shipping. And so basically they're asking you to cover shipping and basically printing, if I'm not mistaken. So it's $30 for that. You can opt out of it if you choose. I'd take the deal. It's pretty awesome. All of these deals are actually, I didn't have access to this Traffic Secrets, which teaches you how to drive traffic to your site. Hugely valuable. That's just $47. Wish I had that opportunity. I would have taken it. And then this one here as well, I probably would have taken because it is screenshots of 2 Comma Club funnels. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure most profitable funnels. So I would only imagine those are 2 Comma Club funnels, but screenshots of 74 funnels that are highly successful. So basically, you can't copy them 100%, but you can model them, right? So basically, right there, you have the blueprint to a successful business online, and then you have the secrets right above it here to drive traffic to that stuff. No brainer. Quite honestly, I might go through and purchase that on my own here. I probably will actually. So there you have it. There's the offer. And yeah, so the spoiler, you go through the challenge there. It's 5 days. They throw on a 6th bonus day. Hugely valuable. They give you recordings of everything actually. As you can see here in the customer center, you do have access to it. And that's kind of nice little area where they put all your trainings. But yeah, I will probably have those 2 other trainings in here pretty soon. And yeah, so then where was I going with that? Oh, other spoiler, right? We were over here, if I'm not mistaken. So, spoiler, at the end, they actually give you a pretty cool offer. There's 2 offers that they make available for pretty small investment to the value that you'll be getting. Both offers do include a 12-month free subscription to their top tier ClickFunnels product within 2.0. So yeah, main difference between 2.0 and 1.0 is that the original ClickFunnels was just building out funnels. 2.0 is a complete enterprise that encompasses everything within your business. So you go through the funnel challenge linked below, get your 30-day free trial if nothing else, and if you do decide to move forward with the offer at the end of the first funnel challenge, you get 12 months free. No brainer. For me, it was, at least. Make your own decisions. I highly encourage it. But for me, it was a no-brainer. I am going to be posting updates, so feel free to check in there as well. And, subscribe if you like what you've seen here. And really appreciate it. That being said, I'm going to do a little shameless plug here because why not? I can always cut it out later if I choose, but I probably won't. So we're going to do a shameless plug. You guys are going to get the raw versions, and we're just going to go from there. So what would being able to learn faster mean for you, even if you've struggled in the past with learning, or if you struggle with retaining information or taking tests? Especially if you struggle to maintain a competitive advantage in today's marketplace or to keep up with the rapid pace of today's technology. With my coming product, we focus on proven processes that teach you how to learn and retain information at a higher rate, and learning will become easier. So much so that you'll be able to take on more than ever before. It's going to be a pretty big deal. I want you to imagine what that could do for you. I want you to imagine what that could do for your business and the people that you serve. You can find more at MatthewThill.com. Go ahead and click on any of the links, join the wait list, and yeah, that's that. Shameless plug, working on it. Appreciate you guys. I wish you the best and success with your future. If you've made it this far, you are one of the troopers that really should be clicking the link below. Take care.